Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel. Glad you made it by. My name's Jim. I am a crypto trader and a Forex trader, here to help you understand the market from an Elliott Wave perspective. You know, I thought I'd do a little introspection. It's the first part of the year here, guys, and we do a little introspection on how things went last year. And I got a comment yesterday in my video feed that I want to just do a little different video today and respond to that comment. The comment basically says, "Yeah, Jim, you've been calling the bottom here for the last several months. You keep calling it, and you'll eventually get it right." That was the essence of the of the comment. And to be honest with you, those kind of comments are fairly from a place of ignorance. So they tell me a couple of things about the person, sharing the comment. Number one, they probably don't watch the whole video, and they probably don't watch all the videos. They probably just caught a little piece of one, and then looked at the title and put two and two together, and decided they know what my content is about. Or it also sells some ignorance about what people believe about Elliott Wave and what Elliott Wave can do and can't do, and whether you can trade by Elliott Wave or not. And I think this might be helpful here. And I just want to make a video here in response to that comment, but also as some self-analysis. How did I do on the videos since November 9th? We're going to go right to the top here. Since November 9th, I could go even farther back, but we're going to go right to the top. And I'm just going to show you just little snippets of videos along the way and show you how best to watch my videos. So they help you to the max. So I'm going to give you some general ideas at the end of the video for as you watch my videos. How can they help you as a trader more than anything? And maybe it'll help clarify for some of the trolls out there. But my guess is that the trolls aren't going to really watch this video. But for those of you that do watch the videos and your subscribers, guys, you might enjoy the content. You might enjoy remembering what was said and what was predicted, and then how this wave developed. I've been tracking this wave as it's being developed, and I, to be honest with you, I'm pretty happy with the analysis I've given and the things that I've said in my videos along the way. I've done some internal review, so to speak, and I'm pretty happy with what I did. So I want to share that with you now. Let's just take a couple minutes and look back, okay? All right. So I'm going to, at key places right here, these are where I made videos. Okay, November 9th, I made videos at these key areas. Okay, I'm not going to give you every video here, but these are some key points in which I had ideas and thoughts about what was coming next. And I want to share what was said. And right in here, right here, when we get here, I got this. My main idea was incorrect, but I'm going to show you what I say in the videos to be prepared for if I'm wrong. Okay, and that's something you have to pay attention to as we get in here, and in this range as well. Okay, in this range as well, especially this range right here. So as we look at these videos, these are areas where I've been looking for a bullish move to the upside, and I didn't get what I was looking for. But I also said some key things in the videos that had you watched the videos and seen them, you would have been prepared for me to be wrong as well. And I want to highlight those as well. So let's dive in. Let's go back to November 9th. I've got them in order and queued up. So stay with me for a little bit. You might enjoy it. So we'll look here at the YouTube video. This is November 9th. The title says Bitcoin's next possible price movements projected by Elliott Wave theory expert. Yeah. Guys, number one, you're gonna have to just hold the titles there with what's the word? With a grain of salt. I mean, you try to come up with titles that the YouTube algorithm will pick up on, and people will be interested in watching, right? So anyway, that being said, I try to get Elliott Wave theory in there. Expert, you'll have to decide that for yourself. I do. My expertise is in Elliott Wave theory, but that being said, let's look at what I said here. Let's see if we can listen. See if I can make the screen larger there. All right, so we have one count that's very, very bullish that says, maybe we have a 1, 2, 1, 2 working, where we get a three-way pullback back to the downside, and then boom, we're off and running. We're going to hit 150K, no problem. Okay, that's a 1, 2, 1, 2 count right here. That's probably in line with what everybody else is thinking. Of course, I probably would guess that everybody's thinking we're just going to the moon now since we broke the top and everything like that. But chances are, guys, we're going to come back down for a flat right here. I'll show you that just a moment. But anyway, what might happen is we have a 1, 2, 1, and then we have a three-way flat right there, 2, and that might be a 2, a 1, 2, and then we could be rocking. Okay, so that's a possibility we're watching and paying attention to in the market, looking for a major down move here, back down in the region of 60K, 60 anywhere from 61K to, I don't know. I mean, it can get as low as 55, I imagine. So we'll watch those territories. I can pull the fib. I'll pull the fibs and give you some targets here shortly. The other possibility here, guys. Now this is another idea here, is that we have actually a bigger bearish move on our hands. That we have a larger A, B, C. It's called an expanded flat. We've been talking about this for weeks now on our channel as a possibility that this is actually just a 3-wave move. Okay, that's about finished. Once this finishes, if it's not finished already, we're going to get a larger 5-wave move down to the downside. Hopefully, a running flat where we don't make a lower low. We don't come and tag the 20K. Now we could. I mean, there's expanded flats can come that deep. We can come all the way down to the 1618. I doubt it's going to get down to $8,000. I don't see price going. 20K is pretty about as deep as I would think it would go. I'm not seeing Bitcoin go down there right now, but who's to say what's going to happen in the near future? What kind of black swan event might cause some kind of a move like this? I'm in the S&P 500. S&P. All right, there you go, guys. Basically, what I did here in this video is I offered a bullish idea from the wave structure and a much more bearish idea. I gave you 2 ideas that I was watching, but both ideas took us down. If you watch later on in the video, I talked about how I was going to trade it as well. But there wasn't really anybody in the market talking about at that time this big move to the downside that I was talking about, that I had been talking about for weeks prior, that it was potentially coming. But yeah, there you go. I mean, I gave the analysis before it happened. There it is in real time. Okay, both of my ideas had us coming down first substantially, whether it was the more bullish idea or the bearish. I try to stay as balanced as I can be and let the chart tell me as it plays out, and I adjust my opinion as the chart's played. Let's look at the next key date. The next key date was right here at the bottom after it started going down. I gave you an update on what I was expecting. Let's look at that title and that video as well. All right, this title was, "It's Not Time to Buy Yet. The Bitcoin Dump Continues." Okay, and so this was, again, right here in the middle of the dump here, and I gave some wave analysis of what I expected to see here. And listen to what I said in this snippet. Okay, so there's one more. There's 2 bullish ideas for you. Now, I've given you my wild card count. I have given you my ultra moon boy count. Now, let me give you my a little bit more sober-minded count here, guys. That what we might be getting is that dreaded flat I've been telling you about for quite a while now. We are moving down. We could be getting that dreaded flat. Now, what that is, we'd expect 5 waves in the C wave, and what we're in is the first wave of that system. Okay, so in other words, we'd be kind of looking at a count something like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. Takes us back down to 20K range, 30K range at least, minimum 30K range, and could go as low as 16 to 12K. Now, I don't think that's going to happen, but there are targets down there. Now, again, that would take time. It's not going to go straight there. It's going to trend. It's going to take weeks and months, okay? So don't think that this is going to happen tomorrow and you're going to be able to write a comment, "Jim, you got it wrong." This is just an idea that may play out, and we may be in the process of making that happen. Now, here's the cool thing where we are in all of these counts. In every one of those counts, guys, we have a 5-wave move that has to finish. So that leaves us to only have to focus in on where we are right now. We just have to focus in on the smaller time frame, 15-minute to 1-hour chart. Okay, and we need to see 5 waves developing. Okay, so 1-hour chart is probably going to be the best chart for this to track this wave like this. And so this is basically how I'm tracking it. I got a 1, 2, looking for this 3rd wave to finish up. I don't know where this 3rd wave is going to end, but looking for that to finish. Then a 4th, and then a 5th, somewhere down here between 48 and 53K. Sorry, I was just talking, but my mic was off. What I was saying is, I was talking about in the video how I was talking about, you know, in this video that we were looking to make this wave finish here, come back up, and then come back down. And I mentioned 48K as a potential target zone for this particular wave setup. Now this wave exceeded what I expected, and the market often does that. But nevertheless, I was calling for this move down to 48K at least here from up here, from what I could see in here. I was analyzing the wave structure for what I had, and gave you targets down below again at the right time. It didn't want anybody thinking they should be buying at this point because the wave structure wasn't finished. Again, to me, a timely video, and regardless of whether I got everything exactly right, I did pretty well as far as what we actually got. And what you'll see here is we got the move down, we got the move back up, and then we got the move, but it went beyond 48. 48's right in here. We actually went down to 40K. So there you go. But again, proper warning not to buy in there. Pretty decent video there. I'm pretty proud of that analysis and what I shared with you. I shared moon boy count as well as bear count, and that was what I said there. All right, let's look at the next video right here at the top of this wave at this pullback. I gave a very nice timely video. Let's see what I said right there. Right in there. Now, so basically what's left to do is look at the small time frame, and I'll talk about two different targets I have and two different ideas I have. So one idea I just shared with you that puts us going down, breaking the bottom. Okay, I see an up move tonight, but then going down, breaking the bottom, hitting about 51, 52 to down as deep as 48K or something like that. So that's a possibility. Possibility number one. Possibility number two is that we don't get that move at all. Actually, we get a little bit of an up move, just like I mentioned before, and then we come down to finish this B wave here. And then we'd have an A, B, and a C right there to finish the B wave, and then we'd be going up for 5 waves. So that's 5, a 3, and a 5. Zigzag to get back up here to this range to look at just correcting this particular wave. Now, another thing we could possibly look for just on the macro, just give one more macro idea. Instead of just having an ABC to the upside, we could have a 1, 2, a 1, 2. We could be getting a 3, 4, 5. Get Ultra Moon Boy here. We'd have an Ultra Moon Boy count that takes us impulsing, breaking new highs, and keeping on rocking to the upside. So either way, guys, we're looking for some kind of a move here to the downside tonight and tomorrow. I believe tonight, maybe up tonight, pushing, retesting the top of this little range that we created today, and then a move down to the downside tomorrow or something like that. Timing is always hard, but sometime in the next couple of days. Depending on how fast it comes down, we could get a really deep move to about 48K, or just a small move back down to, I don't know, 54, 50, 53, 54, 55K, in that range. Again, a timely video here. I was talking about different ways of looking at this wave structure. Again, that's what we do. We can only take what we have, analyze the wave structure, and come up with the possibilities of where price may go, right? But I gave my final analysis, that more than likely we're going to see a little bit of a move to the upside there, followed by, or a little fake out, and that's the name of this. That's the title here. Be ready to fake you out this weekend. And this fake out we're talking about this move to the upside, and then followed by a deep move to the downside. If we go back to the chart and see what it actually played out, you'll notice right in here we did get that upward move right there. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong place. Let me zoom in here. Right there. You'll see right here, if we went to the smaller time frame, you'll notice that we did get that little up move that I was talking about, and then we dumped. But we dumped past 48K. I had no way of knowing it would go all the way to 40K. That was crazy to me. But again, direction was the key there, and said that was possible in the wave structure, and there it is. We traded that beautifully and made a lot of money on that move. We traded that little upside move overnight, and then we shorted the mess out of that thing. So again, timely video that I thought went very well. Let's look at this video right here, somewhere around, and I'm not picking and choosing here, guys. I'm just kind of going through key moments. Trading through this chop, I offered ideas of how this might play out, and nobody knows how this choppy area is going to come. But as we were approaching this area, it became clear that we were coming down. And let me show you what we said here around around December 25th, 26th. I think it was a premiere video that I did on the 26th of December. Let's see what I said there. And this was basically Bitcoin crypto market setting up for a dump and a pump. So let's see what I said there. We'd have to look at this wave as three waves, and that's a challenging way to look at that wave. But nevertheless, we're looking at this whole thing as a three-wave move to the upside. This is one possibility, okay? That means the way we'd be looking at this, the wave that began, as we'd be looking at this as three waves as well. An ABC, and then an ABC. And this ABC came back and retested this top, came back 90%, and we would expect probably an impulse down or at least three waves down to the downside from here. So we're going to call this a W wave. That first ABC is a larger W wave. This is a larger X wave, and now we're looking for the Y wave, okay? Or it's a larger ABC, okay, which is A, B, C. Now, what's the difference between those two counts? Whether we get five waves to the downside or three waves to the downside. Does it come down impulsively as five waves? And that would look something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my favorite count right now. It's kind of what this does. This wave, I think, got everybody bullish. Why did this wave get everybody bullish here, guys? Well, because people were drawing this trend line right here. People were drawing this wedge right there. I don't think that's a wedge at all. I don't think that's any kind of kind of a descending wedge that is now going to continue breaking to the upside. Excuse me, though it totally could be. What I think it is it was designed to get the market pretty bullish. They broke through it, retested it, continued on. But now, if you'll notice this structure that I drew right here, they've broken out of it, and now they're retesting it to the downside. Okay, so it is possible that was simply the C wave. Okay, this impulse was the C wave of this ABC and this larger ABC. So if I remove all this noise here from the count, we just get a basic, an ABC, and looking for five waves to the downside. Again, a timely video. Everybody's looking bullish at this wave. I'm looking at the wave structure, saying the wave structure is saying down, and I rightfully at that time brought you a video saying, hey, we're getting ready to head down. A dump, and then a pump. Now, I did believe that after that, we're probably going to go up and pump to higher highs. I believe that was a scenario until that count got invalidated. So, we didn't get the pump that I was looking for, but we certainly did get the dump, and that was timely at that moment when I had that information. As this information developed, we were able to adjust our thinking and bring some other videos along those lines. But again, basically, as this wave was here, we did get a little bit of a stop punt to the high. It did go up a little higher than expected, but ended up coming down. Okay, coming down and giving that wave that we were expecting to get to the downside. Again, a very timely video, and I'm proud of what I brought to you. Again, wave structure pointing the right direction. Now, guys, one of the things you got to realize is that if you're just looking at titles and watching 2 minutes of the video, you're not getting the information. I take my time to go through the information, to go through the wave structures that I'm seeing, and why I make the decisions that I'm making, why I think what I think, or based upon what I'm seeing, right? And that's where you can really learn and understand Elliott wave logic and Elliott wave theory. But anyway, let's go to the next video here. I know this video is dragging on, but again, we're just how to benefit from the videos. What we're learning here is that you need to really, pay attention to the wave structure logic, and then listen long enough, for me to explain what I think, and then explain what might invalidate those things. And you'll see a couple of videos coming up right now where I'm going to show you where I mention what invalidates, the videos. So I'm going to show you this video now right here at this bottom, what I was expecting and what actually happened right here around December 29th. Let's look at that video now. This is, that's the 26th. Here's December 29th. And Bitcoin pump coming soon. Don't get too bearish on me. Okay, so that's the title. If all you did was read the title and then, and you look at, then you missed it. Here's the middle towards the latter half of the video. Here's what I said. Very, very important. Working our way to the upside again. Okay, so that was looking pretty good. And so here's our three-way move. Is very reminiscent of that last year's move. Well, it's this year, actually, back in June, at least. Let's just say it that way. and then maybe looking for an upward move. Now, this is one of our accounts, guys. Not the only count we have, but it's one of our accounts, and it's a potential count, and I want you to be aware of that. I'll show you one more count idea that I'm kind of keeping an eye on, and that's just, let me zoom out a little bit. Sorry about that. I've been doing Discord lives and everything like that. Here, let me see. This kind of sums it up for you. Okay, are we going to get a 5-wave move whenever this is finished? Are we going to get a 5-wave move to the upside like that, or is this the first wave? Okay, after a 3-wave move like this, is this 1 and then 2? So is this making the first wave? Oh, come on, let's try it again. Is this the first wave, and then we're going to get a 3-wave pullback and then a continuation to the downside? And that's a possibility as well, guys. That's a possibility as well. We're watching that. See what we want to pay attention to is, how does this middle wave go up? Does it go up in a way that we would expect to see as an impulse wave, or does it go up as a corrective wave? And so we're really, really watching that wave structure. So there you go, guys. I mentioned, my main idea, my number one idea that I was watching, that I was looking for maybe a 5-wave move to the upside. And I made a title based on that. Maybe there's a pump incoming. But if all you did was read my title, then you wouldn't understand that I offered the downside count as well. It was contingent upon the type of structure, the kind of wave structure that was developed in this area. And sure enough, we got a 3-wave move followed by an impulse. We had a 1-2. Okay, so basically, as this developed, we were ready to see that we weren't getting the pump that we were looking at or looking for. We were getting something else. But again, I don't know that's coming in the future. All I can tell you is what I see now and what could come, and offer warning about if I'm wrong or not. So again, very, very proud of the information I shared in that video, and I think it was a timely video as well. Let you know that there was a possibility to the upside, and certainly there was in the wave structure a possibility. Okay, now I bring an update video towards the end here, and this is going to be somewhere around the 22nd of, somewhere around the 4th, the 5th, or 6th, somewhere around there of January. Let's see what I had to say on that day. January 4th. Let's see what I had to say. And this is the day I got it wrong, but I want you to listen. Of course, actually, I got it wrong after this, but I want you to listen to what I had to say here on this day. This is at the end of the video. You would have had to wait after I explained my main idea of price going up on the small time frame. You'd have to listen to the last part of the video to get this part. Here it is. Zooming back out once that flat finishes. Once that flat finishes, then we're looking for a C wave to the downside. That is my number one idea, guys. I'm not here to give you a million ideas. Just wanted to give you my favorite idea. Now, here's what you have to understand. That may or may not play out. What you have to understand is that that's an idea based on the wave structures that I'm seeing. Some of them are a little, not so clear, and some of them are clearer, and so we have to make some decisions along the way. This may play out, and this may not play out. And, for the trolls, don't worry about it. I know it may not play out, and I'm prepared for it. I'm actually hedged to the downside right now, waiting for this corrective wave that we're currently in to finish. And once that finishes, then I'll be ready to take it back to the upside and trading it long here to get up here. After that plays, I'm looking for a lower low to be made, most likely. At least that's the way I'm thinking about the market for now. Hope that helps you guys. There's a lot more I could say, guys. If you need more. All right, there you go. I offered in the video, Bitcoin shenanigans point to a pump and a dump coming, and that's where you get right here, the pump and then a dump. Oh, we didn't get the pump that I was looking for. We did get one. If you look back on the chart, we actually did get a bit of a pump there. That right there, let's see, right here is where we are. We got a little bit of a pump. We were down here at the time. We got a little bit of a pump, but it rolled over. We didn't get the pump I was looking for. I was looking for a pump back up to this region and then the dump. But I did call, basically the main move was down lower lows, okay, back down to the 40K region. 40, 43K region were the targets that I had on that screen. So anyway, again, proud of what I said. I said, be prepared for me to be wrong. This may not play out. This is what I'm seeing right now. So what I'm trying to communicate when I say those things is that the limitation to Elliott wave structure is I can only make assumptions based upon the structure of the wave that I have right in front of me. Now, as the wave is created, I just can't make YouTube videos every moment of every day offering analysis about where I think it's going. And so my videos are in real time based upon what I'm seeing at that moment. But I try to stay as balanced as I can to offer you the idea that I actually believe will happen. And that's dangerous. I could say it's just going to go up or down, guys. It could do this, it could do that. But I usually give you my opinion and my number one idea and what I like. Not many guys do that. They try to stay as neutral as they can. It can go up or down. Of course it can. But I always tell you what my opinion is, regardless. But I say, watch out, be ready for me to be wrong. And that's wise for me to say. Why? Because I am wrong often, but I'm always ready to be wrong. And the question is, do you know how to trade? Are you ready to be wrong in my videos? Okay, we got 2 more videos just to kind of highlight, just a couple of minutes left. Hang in there, right here at the bottom here. This was after I was wrong. How did I handle it? At the beginning of this video, I'm not going to show you, but I just say, hey guys, were you ready for me to be wrong? I let you know that you should be skeptical of everybody's opinions, and I just reminded everybody of those warnings. And then I made some ideas about what I expected the wave to do after this. Let me show you what I was expecting. And this is somewhere around the 6th of January. Title of the video is Bitcoin Ready? Is it time to buy the dip? Question mark. Okay. And Elliott wave analysis inside. So here it is. The momentum has shifted. All right. So that's the way I'm looking at it, guys. That's the way I'm looking at Bitcoin. One more hit to the low, and then I think we're going to start getting a bounce and a much larger correction to the upside. I think everybody's looking for 30K now. All of a sudden, just with this move down to the downside, we knew that this. I mean, guys, we've been looking for this for weeks now, for this liquidity to be grabbed down here. They created all this liquidity. They hit it so many different times, and so yeah, to come down and grab it, we knew that was going to happen. Just how they were going to do it, I wasn't exactly sure. And the count, but I think the line chart clears it all up for us, and I'm looking for this to finish, guys. Looking for this to finish its wave, and I'm looking for a move, something like this minimum. Okay, I have another count here, but let me bring that another day. It's a wild card count, but still looking for that kind of wave there. Okay, now keep in mind, guys, what I just shared with you, although it looks plausible, it looks like it makes sense, I can justify it, it may not be correct. Okay, so please don't just trade blindly. Make sure you're trading with good risk management. Make sure don't trade anybody else's setups, guys, without understanding their risk management strategy and how to implement it with that trading style. And that's where you learn in the Discord. So still the first part of the month, guys, great time to come join the Discord. Love to have you in there. All right. Okay, with that said, let's just. Okay, there you go, guys. You heard me basically give my ideas, and then I just let you know, don't trade it blindly, and I could be wrong. And I wanted you to just hear that in the videos. That's really, really important, that as I'm offering wave analysis, I can only see what I can see. But notice this analysis called for one more hit to the low. One more hit to the low. I've got a Bitcoin chart pulled up here. This is where it was. This is where we were talking right here. We had a 3-wave move up, and I said one more hit to the low, and sure enough, we got one more hit. Now, we actually got 2 more hits to the low. I was not expecting that. I don't know if I did a video in here or not. I probably didn't, but we eventually, once we got this last, come on, we got this hit to the low. It went sideways. It stop hunted the low again, but then we got this pump back to the upside, and this is what I was looking for. This is what I was looking for, and I was basically calling for an A wave to the upside, followed by a B wave, and I was looking for the C wave, and it was looking promising here, but obviously they brought it down. So let's look at another video where I explained. I think it was right in here where price was, somewhere in here. What date was it? It was January the 13th. January the 13th. So let's look at that, where price was right here. Price was right here. So let's look and see what I was looking for then. And the title says, I'm bullish on Bitcoin if I see this. Okay? So let's see what I was looking at. to look at this. So right now we're kind of looking. We've got two counts that take us up from this region where we are. Okay, count number one says, hey, we're going to go up in 3 waves. We could break the high. We might not break the high, but it's going to be a 3-wave move followed by an impulse wave, something like that, back down to the downside. That's idea number one. Idea number two says, hey, listen, we're already done with 3 waves. We're really, really bullish. We came down we retraced really shallow to the 382, and now we're just getting ready to start impulsing to the upside. Here we go, baby. So that's Moon Boy. Now that doesn't mean we're going to go to the moon forever. Okay, it just means that we're going to start trending up for that larger C wave that I shared on the chart. We'd start trending up for this wave to the upside, looking for five waves there. Okay, so that's another possibility. All right, the third idea is that this was an ending diagonal instead. Okay, this was an ending diagonal, part of the flat right here. The 5 waves that you see are still 5 waves, but they're ending a move in the C wave. They're not beginning a move. So they're ending this C wave, and that we're actually going to start trending to the downside as we head on down. We're going to make lower lows here, looking for 35K or something like that. So and we're going to keep on trudging down to the downside. And all right, there you go. So I'm bullish on Bitcoin if I see this. And I offered a couple of counts that were bullish counts, and we actually got a move back to the upside here. It wasn't as high as I've drawn it here, and then we got a move back down to the downside. It created an ABC, which then followed by a move to the upside. Which really made this idea look great at the time, but it turned out to be a fake out, and it came on down to the downside, and that's what we see. Let me see if I can zoom back out and just show you this. There we go, right there. So here was the video, right in here. Okay, we ended up getting this move back up. So we had the 3-wave down, we got the 3-wave up, and then we got the 5-wave move down with A, B, C. We got that. I said, hey, that looked really good. And we actually traded this to the upside thinking we were going to start trending up and make an A, B, C. But it turned out that this was indeed a flat. Okay, this was after that hit to the low that I talked about. We got an expanded flat. Okay, followed by a 1-2, 1-2 to the downside. We're going to trudge down to the 35K range or lower, which I said in the video. So again, proud of the things that I shared in that video. Glad to share them. But if you're just watching, if you're just reading titles and watching 2 minutes of the video, I think you're really shorting yourself the analysis and the value that's here. So I really hope that you guys are just beginning to see the value of the videos that I bring and how to benefit from them. You have to watch the whole thing to really get a flavor for everything I'm saying. And understand that we as elite wave traders are prepared to be wrong. It's not that, in fact, I did a video today with my people, just reminding my people in the Discord that how do we trade this when we don't know where price is going? And I really spent some time talking about high probability, low risk setups as we think through Elliott wave strategies. We don't have to know exactly where the market's going to be able to trade this market. We can take money out of the market so many different ways, and we do trade the market in many different ways, and we often get the wave strategy, we get the wave direction correct, but sometimes it goes a way we don't expect, and we're ready for that, and hopefully you understand that. All right, guys. Well, that's where we are. And that brings us, if you made it to the end, let me just give you a little bonus material here. Basically, I'm looking at this range we talked about yesterday. We're looking at this range pretty interestingly. And in fact, it's a pretty interesting setup that's being created right now. we talked about the way this looks, okay? I've got 3 different counts, okay? 2 different counts that take us down from here, and 1 count that takes us up from where we are. If this is a 3-wave move right there, then we're actually in the process of making a 1-2 to the upside. And I doubt this count is in play right now. I doubt that count. We have several exchanges where the 2-wave has violated the 1-wave, so that count is probably not in play. More than likely, this is some kind of a 5-wave move that either ended a flat or is beginning something new. And this is an A. We're getting the B, a flat B right now, and then we're going to get a C wave. Or this could be a 1-2, and we're going to get a 3-4-5. And that's going to get us down to the 30K range at the end at the end of this 5-wave move, and this might be the end of it. But I kind of think I'm kind of on my favorite idea right now is I'm watching kind of this strategy right here for another wave to the upside, and this is actually going to be a 4th wave, and we're going to get a 5th wave to follow that. All right, guys, if you made it to the end of the video, would you let me know and just share some positivity in my world? I could really use it. You get discouraged sometimes that people just have bad attitudes and they troll your videos, not having watched for any length of time, just reading titles and thinking they know what I said. It's much better to watch the whole video, to watch long enough at least to see where I offer several other counts other than my primary idea. And guys, really, you got to take the titles with a grain of salt. We have to play this game of clickbait, or at least having some kind of a title that may draw somebody's interest. If all I ever do is say Elliott Wave update analysis today, it may draw some of you. But if I say, hey, price may be dumping soon, you might want to see why I think that, and you'd be more inclined to watch that video. So we have to come up with titles that we think are interesting and worth worth watching. So hope you watch this video and hope it helps you, and I hope you guys have a fantastic trading experience, and I hope my channel is part of that, making it a good experience. At least helps you get an idea for what wave structure really can be analyzed, and general direction, general price direction, can be seen in advance. We don't know where it's going, but we can really get ready for the possibilities that are to come. So once it begins moving, we have a sense for where it's going. All right, guys, have a great time. Thanks again for stopping by the channel. If you're new, go ahead and subscribe and hit like. And again, don't forget it's the last week, so you get a free week in the Discord. If you for anybody that signs up between now and the end of the week, we will refund your January payment. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.